wants to score every day. He wants to score 3 or 4 goals every day. He is in a moment where he has to realize that, you know, football, it doesn't last forever. So to take it a little bit easy, okay, be important for the team as well. But if one day you don't score, don't worry, you'll score the next one, and there are more things in a football team.
Are there question marks around this Real Madrid midfield? We just saw it flash by there. Isco, Toni Kroos and Mateo Kovacic. Of course, no Modric, no Casemiro. Is this a weakness for Real Madrid right now?
Well, the 2 players they're missing are very, very important. So possibly what he's doing is to put in the 2 more defensive players that he has in the midfield, which is Kroos and Kovacic. Let's see where he puts Isco. I think Isco will play up front. It will be a 4-2-3-1 possibly, but he wants to put a lot of players in the midfield in this triangle. Let's see the shape of the triangle, if it's 2-1 or 1-2. But he has to put players there, because without Casemiro, I don't think any player who can do the same things as Casemiro at the moment.
So Isco and Kovacic are in for Asensio, James Rodriguez, Dani Carvajal in for Danilo as well. And this is how Athletic line up 6 changes from their 2-0 defeat away at Genk in the Europa League on Thursday, with Leque, Laporte, San Jose, Williams and Raul Garcia, the 5, to keep their places. Briefly, Albert, what is the key to them getting something out of this game at the Bernabeu?
They have to be very serious, very patient, very good concentrating in defensive mainly, and when they have the ball, not to concede many counterattacks, where this is the danger of Real Madrid. If you are sitting back, if you are concentrated, if you don't leave any spaces, it's not as easy for Real Madrid. If you go forward and leave spaces, they will be dead soon.
We'll see how long they can stick it out. OK, this is the 3rd part of our triple header. Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, there is a storm at the Bernabeu this evening, and Real Madrid are hoping that it is a white storm. The victory for them tonight will take them to the top of La Liga. Defeat, and they remarkably stay in 5th place. This is arguably the most competitive La Liga season we have had in many a year. Sevilla are actually currently top of the table. Atletico started. Barcelona had some time there. And Terry, Real Madrid will be hoping that it's their turn next.
Yep, it's an advantage, certainly playing last of the big hitters at the top of the table. Real Madrid, irrespective of the other results, would always be looking to win a game like this against tough opponents, traditionally tougher when they play Athletic Bilbao in San Mamés. Certainly Athletic Bilbao in a good run of form should provide stern opposition for Gareth Bale and co tonight.
Well, this is generally, should I say, a fixture that Real Madrid are successful in. They've won the last 11 games at the Bernabeu between these 2 clubs. Did the double over Athletic Bilbao last season. Well, when they put on those red and white stripes, they gain superpowers, the representatives of the Basques, especially when they play against the team from the capital. But they are weakened tonight with 6 changes, and they're missing their goal machine, Adariz. There is Raul Garcia, fully fit this season. This is where they're dangerous. Laporte is up there as well. There's Mikel Rico, one of the players to come into the team. They've had to dig so deep, it's his first start of the season.
That almost looked like a clearance, Rob, rather than an attempt at goal. Such was a little bit of panic there from the Athletic Bilbao players, where Real Madrid do counter-attack so fast. Once they're defending a corner, the attack can be at the other end of the pitch within a matter of 7 or 8 seconds.
Real Madrid have turned it around with a massive win against Real Betis last week, 6-1. Successful against Legia Warsaw. So it's 11 goals in the last 2 games for them. A reminder that at home, they've drawn the last 2 in La Liga. So they will want to bury that statistic tonight. It could be argued that this is the strongest side possible to Zinedine Zidane at the moment. He tinkered with the team in Europe in midweek. This is the undiluted Real Madrid. There's Ronaldo to Karim Benzema, getting fitter and flightier every week. Benzema started the season, have to be said, in sluggish form. Iñaki Williams inside to Sabine Merino, who's trying to play the part this evening. of Adarif. Lekoué.
It was interesting, Rob, to see the makeup of the attacking partner team for Athletic Bilbao. It looks like Raul Garcia is going to be the one that's going to be leading the line. Seen with the foul against Isco. Raul Garcia is going to do his best to get under the skin of Pepe and Varane. Certainly not going to have the pace, is he, to run in behind either of those two central defenders. His job will be to hold the ball up, but it is a huge miss for Athletic to not have Adarif available.
Now they have a tremendous work ethic at Athletic Bilbao. And they're on a good run at the moment after they lost the opening 2 games of the season in La Liga. They've actually won 5 of the last 6 and turned things around. Having to defend here though, Cristiano Ronaldo back to Isco. He's enjoying being part of the party again. Isco was losing out at the start of the season with Asensio getting promoted to the first team on his return to the club. There is competition for places in midfield. James and Asensio on the bench. Kovacic and Isco flanking Toni Kroos. Well, you know, when Athletic are in town, you're in for a bruising. There's Rico. Sabarit making the move down the left-hand side. They have a great team ethic. Athletic Bilbao very much more than a team of individuals. Valverde has them hunting like a pack. This is Eraso. Eraso's back flick to Iñaki Williams, and a little bit tricky in the slippery conditions for Navas, who wisely helps it on his way.
Certainly not a hesitant start from an Athletic team. Athletic Bilbao, important players missing. You can see their style. As you said, they're hunting in packs, pressing in midfield, playing on the front foot, getting the ball forward. Eraso with a back heel to Iñaki Williams, and it bounces awkwardly from Keylor Navas.
The 2 early corners in this game are for Athletic Bilbao. Congregation at their post. San Jose is there, and it was, of all people, Cristiano Ronaldo with a defensive header. What a lively start from Athletic Bilbao. Ball goes in, there was 2 in there, and well, good defending by Pepe. They weren't expecting this, Real Madrid. They're right in their faces, Athletic.
No, last-ditch defending on 2 or 3 occasions. Already the big central defender, Javier Cheita, causing problems from the attacking set piece. It's an offensive start from Athletic Bilbao, one which has taken me by surprise. And I would suggest taking the Real Madrid players by surprise.
Well, they took Barcelona by surprise at the start of last season when they beat them in the Spanish Super Cup. Now, how is their defence? It's Isco, but shows too much of the ball to Sabarit. Gets it back. Isco, Benzema! Real Madrid punish a slip in the Athletic Bilbao defence. First attack, first goal.
Absolutely incredible. From defence into attack, one mistake. Isco does well. Benzema makes no error on the finish. But they were vulnerable. It was all-out attack from Athletic Bilbao. Slightly naive, I have to say. There's Marcelo with a long raking pass. It's not a great defensive line from Athletic Bilbao. Sabarit looks like he does well to get back and retrieve the situation, and slips, overruns. And Isco keeps his composure. Looks up, spots Benzema unmarked, rolls it back. Perfect weight on the pass for Benzema to take on first time. No chance for Irazos from that distance, from that range. Just hits the target, Benzema. That's all he concentrates on.
Well, they've hardly had time to reset when it comes back to Toni Kroos. It's raining inside the stadium, and they're raining shots in.
Brilliant start. They might knock the wind out of the sails of the Athletic Bilbao players.
Ernesto Valverde was saying that they can't think about previous visits here. Last season they were hammered by 5 goals to 0. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat-trick. Season before that there were 6 goals in the game. Real scored 4 of them. Here's one of those 5-star fixtures. Saborin. Do Real Madrid have the ability to keep a clean sheet? They haven't had one in the last 6 games in all competitions. Only 1 clean sheet in their last 10 games. So for the watching Athletic supporters out there, there's a very big chance. Iraikov. Pepe throws himself into the header. He was hinting at a new contract this week. Pepe, 33 years of age now, turns 34 early in the new year, saying that he would like to finish his career at Real Madrid. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He had it, I thought, scrambling.
Certainly looking sharp in attack for Real Madrid. Ronaldo working his way in from the left, cut inside on his right foot. Just drags it slightly wide of the post.
Well, Benzema is now on 4 goals, so he's level with Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. BBC picture at the start of the season was a little grainy, but it's razor sharp now.
Benzema certainly was the one under pressure, wasn't he, from Morata?
It was a question that David Garrido was posing to Albert Ferrer before the game. The BBC not as prolific, but they have shared the goals around 16 different scorers this season. Firing from all angles. Carvajal. Gareth Bale, first time we've seen him this evening. Cultured cross, Laporte clears. Bale. Carvajal. Now Kovacic. Benzema. Isco. Toni Kroos. Kovacic. It is quite incredible, isn't it, that a couple of weeks ago Zinedine Zidane was coming under scrutiny. He's in charge of a team that hasn't lost in the last 23 games in all competitions.
You see the long diagonal pass from Marcelo. Miscontrol from Isco. Saborin gets there, should deal with it. Isco does really well, persistent, gets the ball back, cuts it back to Benzema, he does the rest.
What a defensive mistake, but credit Isco. Goal to Karim Benzema. He has an excellent record against Athletic Bilbao. It's his 5th goal in the last 5 matches against them. Now Kovacic. Carvajal. He has been the most improved player in the Real Madrid squad this season, Dani Carvajal. Started from a good base, but he's taken it up a level, hasn't he?
Yep, I think he's certainly winning that battle between him and Danilo for the right back spot. He seems to be Zidane's preferred choice. I have to say I agree with him. He never lets Real Madrid down.
A drum roll around the Bernabeu. Toni Kroos with the corner. Isco. Kovacic. Now Luka Modric, of course, he's one of the players on the injured list at the moment. This is Carvajal. The nervous Saborin concedes the corner.
Well, he's tucking in, Rob, and he's inviting that long diagonal passes. Instructions obviously are to keep close to his two central defenders, Laporte and Achita. He's encouraging that diagonal pass out wide, and whether it's Carvajal or Gareth Bale, there's going to be problems there for Athletic Bilbao.
Well, I may see Enrique Sabarit, the young left fullback, has the weakness. He's come on in the last two games. There's Carvajal. Pepe is up there. Varane was offside. Well, people have been searching for the identity of the Zidane team. My theory, Terry, the more you think about this, is that it's almost the Italianisation. They defend well, but they've got such great energy. There's Pepe. Holds it back to Keylor Navas. Maybe less frills than other editions of Real Madrid, but he has a work ethic, and nobody has a safe place in the team.
No, he's made great decisions along the way, and obviously influenced, not only by his time playing in Italian football, but working closely with Carlo Ancelotti as his assistant. It's a great luxury to have. You're missing important players such as Modric, Ramos, Casemiro. Fantastic replacements ready and available. We're talking Real Madrid having an illustrious list of players, many world-class footballers. Athletic Bilbao are finding it hard to find the route back into this game at the moment. Real Madrid are confident, sharp, looking fitter than they did at the start of the season. They're looking as if they get in the groove now.
Navasso laying a hand on Toni Kroos. The referee having a word with Raul Garcia, who always offers his services as an assistant referee in every game.
I think his only contribution so far has been 4 fouls.
There's Isco. Carvajal. Gareth Bale. Sweeps the ball brilliantly to Benzema. Marcelo overlaps. Makes space for himself. Marcelo across the face of goal, and there's Bale. We know all about Gareth Bale's goals, but in his time at Real Madrid, he's actually scored 16 headed goals.
It's phenomenal in the air. We all know that now. All the defenders in La Liga are fully aware of that as well. His positional play is good. Gets himself in the right positions when a cross is coming in from the other side of the attack. He'll be disappointed there of his standards that he hasn't been able to hit the target.
San Jose. Bit of a turn here for Laporte, a player who's continually linked with a move to the English Premier League, though Athletic Bilbao deny that they've had any interest and certainly don't want to let him go. It's San Jose. Rico. San Jose to Xavi Merino. Cross in. Oh, and there was a free header at the far post. Sabine Merino came in completely unnoticed, and he will feel that was more than a half chance wasted.
He should have scored. It's a poor miss. Curry did really well to get to the byline, picks out a teammate with a cross. See Raul Garcia attacking it. Might have been cause of a little bit of distraction for Merino, but he should score. That has to be on target from that range.
Well, he made his debut last season. He did weigh in with 7 goals in all competitions. And he has the responsibility tonight of leading the line in the absence of Adariz. Risco remained at Real Madrid. I think the club are actually quite keen to move him out. There's talk of him maybe doing a deal with Malaga, but he's represented him, namely his dad, said he was staying put. He's won his place back in the team, Isco. He's trying to feed Cristiano Ronaldo this time. Great take from Ronaldo, teases Athletic Bilbao. But they crowded him out.
huge problem again for Athletic Bilbao, that change of direction of attack. It is so quick and accurate from Real Madrid. Again, you can see Savret almost following Gareth Bale. Well, Gareth Bale was in the centre-forward position. He has to pass him on. Can't allow that space. Ronaldo at the end of that attack, slightly caught in two minds. He was always looking to get his shot away. And eventually went for a little chip towards the far post in the hope that a teammate might be on the end of the cross. It's been full-blooded, lots of action so far. It's been a cracking start to the game.
Gareth Bale. Not in traffic, he waits for the right move to be made. Toni Kroos. Benzema. He's almost started on the left side of the three, with Ronaldo playing most of the game as the centre forward. Lazy bit of play. Is he down towards the backup by Varane?
A smile from this guy as Benzema whacks the ball at him from about 2 yards away. Personally, I thought this guy had a good first touch. He should have been able to control that.
Mikel Rico. Cut out by Marcelo. Isco. Benzema. A test of the speed of Cristiano Ronaldo. He draws Laporte, shakes him off. Feeds Benzema. Isco, the most prominent player for Real Madrid in the opening 20 minutes of the game. Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Carvajal. Varane. Marcelo. Isco. Lovely ball from Marcelo. Isco not quite secured with his pass. Lekue just kicks for touch. Looking a little bit bedraggled here, Athletic Bilbao. Kovacic. Pepe. Well, it was a brisk start from Athletic, but Real Madrid scoring with their first attack of the game, effectively a counter-attack. Karim Benzema with a goal after 7 minutes. Toni Kroos from touchline to touchline, majestic.
A round of applause throughout the stadium there. That was an incredible pass from Toni Kroos.
Well, the Real Madrid fans have turned out in force. 5 of their next 6 games are actually on the road, and of course then in December they head over to the World Club Championships. It's a busy calendar before the winter break. Pepe getting a little overzealous with the challenge, letting Lekue know he's around. It's a Rasso, isn't it? A Rasso. There is Lekue. Mikel San Jose. Lekue. Williams is in the centre, tries to find Rasso. Tied it up by Varane.
Tiny attack from Athletic Bilbao. Alert defending from Varane, tracking the run-up, spotting the danger. And of course having the pace to make sure it wasn't an issue.
Iñaki Williams. Lekue is on his lonesome. I was going to say, anyway, going to get a crossing was to beat Gareth Bale. Well, he's got past him this time. Now to Rasso. In his mind's eye, that was flying into the top corner. Couldn't conduct it.
Yep, didn't look convincing. And he lines himself up for the opportunity. Now we see the mistake from Savret. The cut back to Benzema. An efficient finish from Karim Benzema. It was against the run of play, wasn't it? The first attack that Real Madrid had. And an excellent goal.
Keylor Navas. Carvajal. It's a miserable night in the Spanish capital, not a need for standing around. That's why it's going to be an all-action game. Just like back home in the valleys for Gareth Bale. Leque. There's Raul Garcia. Hasn't played a prominent part so far. He's the man they need to unleash. Back in town, former Atletico star. Senor Iglesias Villanueva gives the free kick. He's trying to keep a low profile. The boot was left out, wasn't it, by Laporte. Kovacic.
I'm seeing Iñaki Williams swapping positions now. I wonder if there's any merit in Valverde putting him up front.
It looks at the moment where they're lined up as though they've gone from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-4-2.
Iñaki Williams was playing in a wide position, but I think they need some pace up front. Looks like Eraso and him have swapped positions.
Looks like they've moved him alongside Raul Garcia as they try to counter Real Madrid. There's Isco. Carvajal. Isco again. Bale, his supporting act. Bale flies it in. There's a disappointing cross from the Wales international.
I think it also releases Iñaki Williams from his defensive duties, which against Real Madrid, when you're playing out wide against Marcelo, who's going to be playing in attack predominantly most of the game, then you've got one of your best attacking players almost playing in the right back position. So I think it's wise for Valverde to release Iñaki Williams from those duties, and hope he has an impact up front with his pace, his ability. Kovacic and Raul Garcia coming together in midfield. Neither of those two are going to shirk any challenges.
It has to be said, there's a wonderful atmosphere generated inside the Camp Nou tonight. Supporters singing in the rain. Cheta to Laporte. Rico. Marcelo goes to ground. Benzema comes bustling back. Here's Williams. Big game for him. Leque. Rico. Cheta. Rico. I think Athletic Bilbao happy to just take the sting out of the game and enjoy a couple of minutes of possession here. What can they come up with? Leque, Valverde on the touchline trying to motivate his players. Leque has a great drive down this right-hand side. He's lost Marcelo. Good cross. And enough of the boot. Oh, they're all over the place. And yes, they've got it. They've got an equalising goal. He wasn't going to miss this time. Falls to Sabin Merino. And this Real Madrid defence is just incapable at the moment of keeping a clean sheet. And Valverde's well-supported team are celebrating up in the gods.
Well, the approach is paying off for Valverde. It's a brave approach. Leque is being really effective down the right flank. The fullback breaking forward. Initially got past Benzema, broke past Marcelo. When the ball falls to Sabin Merino from that range, he has to hit the target. And he finds the back of the net. Eraso just prods it. And that little scramble on the corner of the 6-yard box towards the direction of his teammate, and he finishes off the chance. Great equaliser for Athletic Bilbao.
Keylor Navas, the goalkeeper, to Spurs. Madrid have not had a clean sheet now in the last 7 games. There's going to be 1 clean sheet in 11. And the club philosophy is always to outscore the opposition by as many goals as they can. They have been scoring a lot at the other end in the last couple of games. But Athletic preying on their frailties.
Sedan will feel that was avoidable, that goal. It's a flimsy challenge from Benzema. Poor defending from Marcelo. He probably could have dealt with it better on the corner of the 6-yard box before Erasso prodded it towards Xavi Marino.
There's Ronaldo. Toni Kroos. Referee spots a misdemeanor. And Fusley tells off Leque. Kovacic. Carvajal to Bale. It was interesting, isn't it, how Real were content to almost sit off Athletic Bilbao, see what they could come up with, and how it backfired. Marcelo rides the challenge. That's an excellent challenge from Leque. He's a defender who does live life on the edge.
We have to understand, Rob, how difficult it is to play right back against Real Madrid. We've got Marcelo, Isco, Ronaldo, Benzema.
There is Bale. Ronaldo's in the centre, just ahead of him. Punched out by Irazoth. They're just happy to whisk it to the other end of the field. The onus now is on Real Madrid. Marcelo.
The point I was making, Rob, you got all that lot attacking you at the same time. Get forward, create an assist for an equalising goal. He's working really hard. He's having a terrific game, and here he is.
Toni Kroos. Isco. Benzema. Kovacic. No time to free Ronaldo.
Whips it across goal. Irazoth
It's a difficult one for the keeper, isn't it? Because he could let it go, but he was a little unsure about the bearings of Ronaldo.
See the 3 Real Madrid defenders there.
It was very similar to the goal scored at the other end of the field, wasn't it? Slipping defence. And somebody picking up on it for Benzema, reads Xavi.
It's a brave approach from Athletic Bilbao. Shorn of your top striker. 2 full-backs.
There's a high foot. Macheta is going to be the first player to see yellow this evening. It's an interesting selection as well. It's only his second start this season. His foot was a little bit high. That was okay. It was the arm around the neck. The Bilbao strangler.
Making sure Isco can continue to move.
It's difficult facing Cristiano Ronaldo at the best of times, but in these slippery conditions it's going to be impossible to hang on to the ball. Even our camera is obscured. Ronaldo's runner, he drives it in. Wall stops it once. Ronaldo flies it in. Pepe with a header. Anywhere will do for Laporte. Better to be safe than sorry. Well, the pressure was on Zidane when they drew 4 games in a row. People were questioning remarkably. And they can go back at the top of the pile with a win this evening. Sevilla, earlier in the day, beat Atletico Madrid. Barcelona involved in a thriller against Valencia on Saturday. They're on 19 points, Sevilla on 20. Real in the hunt as well. Atletico on 18. If Athletic win, they also go on to 18 points. They can be level with Real Madrid. It's proving to be possibly the most competitive league in Europe.
Not bad for a 2-team league.
You cynic. Here's Gareth Bale. Isco. Marcelo. Isco. Carvajal. Puts the cross in and just skimmed on his way.
Real Madrid trying their best to unsettle the disciplined back four of Athletic Bilbao. Hard-working midfield players and Mikel Rico and San Jose will be absolutely delighted. But now back on level terms, the issue isn't there to chase the game, open the game up. It'll be a bit more structured now again. And got the equaliser, make life a little bit more difficult for a Real Madrid in attack.
Athletic Bilbao have the best record of any team in La Liga this season for coming back from behind. They trailed against Valencia and Real Sociedad, won both of those games. They haven't actually been involved in a draw in the 11 games they played this season. It's all or nothing. Here's Iñaki Williams, who was just waiting for any mistakes that fell his way.
But he has that pace to trouble them. Situation like that, Varane and Pepe will be much more aware of the threat of the player running in behind than they would have been. Now Raul Garcia does get back on side. Marcelo slow to get out. That's poor play from Real Madrid. Talk about a defensive line. The ball's edging out. Step up together. They were all over the place on that occasion.
Athletic Bilbao doing all of the pressing. They have some big players in there as well. Headed by Pepe. Leque. They've left all the heavyweights in there. Real Madrid getting numbers back. Bale gets his body in the way. Oh, and it needed Varane to be at his sharpest. And even Gareth Bale, the costliest player in Real Madrid history, whisked it away. Zidane's team have been challenged.
Everyone in the stadium is feeling the nerves, aren't they? There was an appeal from Williams there for a handball, but the attack continued. It carried some danger when that ball came into the box again.
Well, there's a much weakened Athletic Bilbao team. Made half a dozen changes from their Europa League game in midweek, and it hasn't been a case of resting players so they can play tonight. Some big names missing. Aniat's on the bench. Then Marcus is out. Valenciaga suspended. Adariz, their key man, also has an ankle problem.
The intention of Valverde was to take the game to Real Madrid and prey on the nerves in the Santiago Bernabeu after draws against Villarreal, and in particular the last game against Eibar.
Kovacic. Now that's to Benzema. Cheita's header. Eraso. Zidane won't readjust his team to counter for the change of tactics and formation offered by Valverde. Toni Kroos. Pepe. Gareth Bale. Kovacic. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. Is that the time and place to do it when it's 1-1, the pressure's on? Going to attempt the Rabona.
It was a good pass, Rob, so certainly no problem with me. Benzema now playing on the left, Ronaldo up front.
This goes everywhere. Carvajal. Kovacic. Toni Kroos. Marcelo takes it on. Marcelo into the path of Ronaldo, just enough of a touch from Laporte. Now Gareth Bale to Ronaldo. Fanciful flick to Kovacic. Ronaldo can't quite find it. man who'd never hide his disappointment, Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's a good spell from Real Madrid. Marcelo, delivery into the box, and Laporte fully aware that Ronaldo was hovering behind him, waiting for a little bit of a mistake.
Marcelo onto the loose ball. Isco. He'll have to readjust here. It's a strong challenge. It's like going back a couple of ages there, but Lueke is within the laws of the game. Oh, lovely layoff from Iñaki Williams. Now Eraso. They have the extra players here. Athletic Bilbao, and they make the most of it. Sabine. Oh, wasted opportunity.
2 or 3 outstanding passes from almost on the byline where Lekoué won the ball back. Great back heel from Iñaki Williams. Eraso just took too long to run with the ball, to dribble with the ball. He didn't have great control of the ball and couldn't make up his mind what to do. And the attack for Athletic, the counter-attack faded away.
Kovacic. There's Rico. Laporte. Mikel Rico. Very experienced player, 26 years of age. And his second start of the season. Eraso. Now to double team it. Isco. Dangerous pull across the face of his own penalty area. Carvajal to Pepe. Breaking defensive ranks. Pepe's gone into the right wing position. Real Madrid taking a risk here. Gareth Bale leads the charge. Benzema with space to operate in. Bale, swift move this from Real Madrid. It was an entertaining move, but no end product. San Jose. But bearing in mind, both clubs have been involved in Europe, Terry. It's a high-energy first half.
It certainly is, and players from both teams are doing really well to track back against opponents. Isco was the latest one of those players, tracking back the fullback Lekoué. Midfield players are up and down the pitch. The attackers look sharp and vibrant, and ends are closing down, pressurising high up the pitch. Certainly fast and furious.
Carvajal. Determination drives on. Benzema. Carvajal again. Well, it's not too often that Dani Carvajal has a shot at goal. He's only ever scored 2 La Liga goals, and that was almost 3 years ago now.
Sabarit just gets a touch on it, doesn't he? Takes the power off the attempt from Carvajal. Deflection is kind for Irazos.
Lekoué. Raul Garcia. Chieto. Sabarit. San Jose. There's Pepe. Great early ball, sends Benzema on his way. Benzema toe-to-toe with Laporte. It was a case of France of the past against France of the future, wasn't it? Karim Benzema no longer in the French squad. Laporte has been called up for the last 2 games, but hasn't yet pinned his colours to the French flag. Though he did skip at the under-21 squad, he hasn't yet made his full international debut.
We talked about how fast and furious and frantic it is, Rob, and how hard both teams are working, but we're seeing lots of quality as well.
Gareth Bale, talking of quality, brilliant drive from Bale, and it just needed a touch. Neither Ronaldo nor Benzema could provide it.
And that was unlucky for Real Madrid. Seeing good passing from both teams. Good attacking play, lots of individuals that want to take on defenders, get the other side of the back four. Athletic looking to hold on just before half-time.
Isco. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Zidane patrols the technical area. And he did warn his team of throwing too much into attack, and did warn of Athletic's ability to counter. Valverde has just about got it right tactically so far. That was a brilliant individual piece of play by Gareth Bale. They want to ask the other two components of the BBC why they didn't get him the assist.
Well, he's running fast and then goes up another gear and goes very fast. The change of pace was too much for the fullback Lecoue. Ronaldo was unlucky not to get a tap in.
There goes Cristiano Ronaldo, rides the challenge. Benzema is with him. Does Ronaldo go solo? He tried to play it through the goalkeeper. There's one or two serious looks from his teammates there. I wonder what Cristiano Ronaldo would have said to Cristiano Ronaldo if he'd been the man at the far post anticipating the pass.
But I think in fairness to Rob, his intention was to pass the ball when he probably, on this occasion, could have gone direct. Once he gets away from the defender, he's looking up straight away for a teammate. Then dwells on it. Eventually the chance is shut down, and Rizos gets out there, narrows the angle, puts a block up, and denies Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid to take the lead. You can see he was looking to a teammate, looking to Benzema, looking to Bale. He was hoping for better movement. I think Zidane was aware of that as well, recognising the fact that Ronaldo wasn't being selfish.
Well, the camera did capture the train of his eyes, didn't it, perfectly? He was looking for the move. Maybe we should credit the defensive prowess of Athletic Bilbao, who closed down the gaps. Laporte, who is their prize asset, is suffering at the moment. He's a man who's played every minute of every game this season, the only player to do so. This is Athletic Bilbao's 12th game of the season. He's the rock on which the team is built.
Lead him back. A number of injuries to key defensive players, such as Balenciaga, DeMarcos, Boveda. No real obvious replacement on the bench. I guess San Jose could go back. That's where he started off his career with Athletic Bilbao, as a central defender. That's exactly what's happened now, as they're down to 10 men. Laporte still receiving treatment, which I'm sure he's going to continue through the half-time period.
He does have a 15-minute appointment with the medical men of Athletic Bilbao. Referee has added just a minute. And I think Athletic Bilbao have seen it to half-time. They have played to their absolute maximum. Even Real Madrid, one or two moments of concern. Real have got all the talent, but Athletic Bilbao have got all of the teamwork. It's an intriguing and richly entertaining game.